I am not kidding, guys. The title is not wrong. If you want to win, especially in tier 10 battles, do not play with this tank. Do not play with Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. This tank, according to the statistics at least, across all the servers, or actually across all of the biggest servers, NA, EU and RU server, has by far the worst win ratio compared to any other tier 10 tank in this game. So, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to World of Tanks, yet another episode on my channel. Yeah, I believe this is how I am going to call it, a discussion episode, because is it an epic battle episode, even though the battle which you're watching on the background at the moment, played by Vladika, is one of the highest experience and damage battles dispatched with Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, and after you see the result, you see why this tank is one of the worst tier 10 tanks in this game, win ratio wise at least, and average damage wise as well, average experience and all that. On average, of course, are the lowest compared to any other tier 10 tank in this game so far. Even artillery deals more damage on average and has better win ratio than this tank, which is just... I don't know how, but the statistics usually are not lying. But anyway, today's video title was, if you want to win, do not play with this tank. Do not play with Panzerwagen. Let's talk about some numbers. What is the worst win ratio in tier 10 compared to any other tank in this game? So I have statistics from 3 biggest servers, NA, RU and EU, and on RU it actually does the best work. It has the highest win ratio on RU server, 47.42% win ratio on average. Once again, keep in mind, I am using the word on average and overall win ratio, because, of course, if you are the best player in this game, if you know every single map, every single position, if you know how to turn every turret into a playable tank, like this one, according to the statistics, once again, you get above 50% quite easily. But you need to be good. I am talking about on average. This is how this vehicle is performing. On RU, 47.42% win ratio. So below 50%. On NA it does a bit worse, 47.36%. But EU players really do not like it. 46.93% win ratio on a tier 10 scout Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. So, if you think about it, if you do not know how good or bad you are in this game, if you consider yourself being average player in World of Tanks, I really do not recommend taking out Panzerwagen. I really do not recommend even researching it before they are going to buff it, or before the win ratio is going to rise close to 50% at least, because 50% is usually, which is okay-ish win ratio, but if something stands out as much as this tank over here, 46.93% win ratio in tier 10 on EU server, it clearly means something is off. Something is wrong with the vehicle, or people simply do not know how to play with it. Many people simply do not know how to play with it. Because on EU, this is a potato color. Potato win ratio color, as you were able to see. And once again, if you think about it, let's say we are in a tier 10 battle, you are playing with a tier 10 heavy tank, you see Rheinmetall Panzerwagen in your team, and on the enemy side, EBR 105. EBR 105 has above 50% average win ratio. This vehicle on EU 46.93%, so yeah, you know automatically that scouting is going to be a bit of an issue. But of course, once again, it depends on the player. Maybe the player is really good, maybe the player knows all the positions, maybe this player can turn his turret into a playable tank, into a playable scout. Of course, it always depends on the player's skills as well, and I know couple players, couple super sadomasochists, or I don't know how to say it, who actually love this tank. We have weird people in this world, indeed. But I am not going to, nice snipe by the way, but I am not going to judge you. Now, the reason why I was talking about the fact that you can actually see this vehicle in the matchmaking, and when you see it, you should be a bit more careful. Maybe you have to do some scouting yourself as well in your tier 10 heavy tank, which is super doable. Hashtag power creep, yeah. This vehicle is actually not the least popular tank in tier 10. Even after all those bad words, bad statistics I was just showing you or telling you about. It is not the least popular tank, not even close in tier 10. Many players have it. On RU, 62,000 RUs are cruising around. On NA, 18,000. On EU, 39,000 players own it. And on average, it takes people 116 battles across 3 servers to realize how bad it is. Or maybe they simply give up finding anything good in it after 116 battles. Because 116 battles is the number of battles how many one average Panzerwagens owner is going to play. 116 battles with this tier 10 light tank on average. And after that, I guess it is time to move on. This vehicle, we cannot save it. It is unsavable. Now, talking about the damage. 1,100, which is the lowest in tier 10. 1,100 damage on average. With this gun, let's say 3 to 4 shots on average is the damage this vehicle can do in almost every single battle. But as we all know, damage is not everything. Damage doesn't mean everything while we are talking about the light tanks, while we are playing with light tanks. But guess what, guys? Average experience, which usually means damage and assistance combined, is also one of the lowest. On EU server, only Grilla 15. Believe it or not, the sniper Grilla 15 has even lower average experience than this one. Of course, I am not talking about artilleries, because artilleries are not getting as much experience for reasons, so I am not even counting artilleries into this average experience board. But artillery deals more average damage. Yeah, of course. So, what do I have to do, or what do I have to say to save it, or to show anything good about it at all? Maybe let's quickly, okay, let's take a look at that shot as well. Nice tracking. Now, let's quickly head into the tanks.gg and let me show you something which is super weird in my opinion. Let's compare it to every single tier 10 light tank in the game at the moment. Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, T100LT, WZ-132-1, AMX 13105, EBR 105 and Sheridan. Just in case, I am not going to add Manticore into this list, but what I'm about to show you and tell you, everything means RIP Manticore already. So, let's look at the DPM. Okay, it doesn't shine with the DPM, but it is not so much worse either. Better DPM than on EBR 105, for example, so huge win already over here. And it has a really awesome HE round as well, let me show it to you, 120 millimeters of penetration. Manticore doesn't even have that, but of course Manticore has 390 alpha damage, okay, but below 2000 DPM, so it has over 2000 DPM. Penetration, 242, one of the best penetration. Damage 320, okay, yeah, damage is lacking, but once again DPM is not so much worse, but it is bad. Indeed, it is bad. 9-second reload for 320 damage, okay. This might be it, right. But, once again, nothing is, like, out from this world bad. Like on Manticore, that DPM, shell, ammunition capacity and stuff like that. Gun handling. 1.6 second aiming time. Almost as good aiming time as on EBR 105. One of the best aiming times. The best on any light tank, despite this wheeled vehicle. Accuracy, the best. What the hell is going on? Moving accuracy, average. Not the best, not the worst either. Average. Yeah, let's say average. or maybe slightly below average moving accuracy. But with this aiming time, you can easily stop, aim, and take the shot, and you can move on. Depression, gun depression, 10 degrees of gun depression. The best together with Sheridan. And by the way, over here, Sheridan is using turb cannon. Sheridan's DPM is just through the roof, actually. So, moving on. Top speed, the fastest tank. Once again, let's not talk about EBR, but it is faster than EBR in the travel mode or rapid mode or whatever it is. Anyway, EBR can go up to 95, but it is the best compared to the other light tanks. Reverse speed 25, 1100 horsepower engine is also the best. Power to weight ratio is one of the best as well. Terrain resistance has to be bad, but it is actually better than on most of them. Better than on EBR, better than on AMX, worse than on WZ-132, but power to weight ratio is better. Mobility seems to be awesome. 50 for hull traverse speed. Armor and health, okay, they are all light tanks, so it really doesn't matter. And view range, 420 meter view range. 420 meter view range is the highest base stock view range in this game. Sheridan also has it, I can remember M48 Baton also has it, so view range is also the best. Why is it performing so hideously bad? Looking at all this over here, mobility, 1600 hit points is also the highest together with Sheridan. View range, gun handling. Is it really only because of the damage? And now we are going to get Manticore into this game, which has by far the worst damage. Damage so bad it really doesn't even compare to this one. And if damage is so important, if damage is deciding if you are going to win or lose, is going to decide if your team is going to win or lose, then we have a bit of a problem, ladies and gentlemen. So, looking at all those specs about the Panzerwagen and knowing how it performs, and knowing all the specs about Manticore on the test server at the moment, it scares me. It really does scare me. At first I knew that Manticore needs some buffing. After they buffed it, I was like, okay, maybe it is going to perform like ELC Even 90. ELC Even 90 on paper, firepower seemed to be super bad as well, gun handling just horrible, but it turned out to be one really nice and awesome scout. But guys, ELC Even 90 is a tier 8 deck. Manticore has to be in tier 10 battles as well. And we have so much power creep in tier 10. I don't know how Wargaming is not thinking about that, how Wargaming is not looking at what is happening with Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Maybe it needs some more tuning. Maybe this tank needs some more tuning. Maybe Manticore needs some more tuning. But I don't know. Or maybe Manticore actually is going to be tier 10 ELC. Fun to play, sneaky, super small, sneaky tank. We'll see. But I really do not have too much hope in that vehicle. I am not going to put too much faith in it, but I am going to give it a chance because, as I said in my first review episode, even when it was just so horrible, the first version of the Manticore, just so horrible, so bad, I still really wanted to love it. I wanted to like it badly because I loved how this tank looked. It looked super awesome, one of the coolest looking tanks in this game. But in the current state, it is going to be one huge competitor. Which tank can be the worst tier 10 tank in this game? Win ratio wise at least, performance wise as well. We'll see, only time will tell. But I am going to give it a chance at least. I am going to give Manticore a chance. And by the way, the battle on the background, nice penetration, 420, no blaze it. But this battle on the background was, or is, one of the highest damage battles in this current patch, played with Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. 5,100 damage and 1,400 assistance. One of the highest battles. In the meantime, Banar EBR 9,200, 8,500, 600, AMX 13,105, 8,500. What else do we have over here? Banar EBR, of course, is dominating the list. D100 LT 8,077, 8,030 damage. D100 LT Banar and AMX 13,105 are completely dominating it. Where is anything else? Okay, WZ 132-1 can even deal 7,600 damage. Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is time to end today's... Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is time to end today's episode. Please let me know what you think about this tank. Do you also think this is one of the worst tier 10 tanks in this game? Well, according to the statistics, it clearly is. But how much you like it? How much you still like it? Maybe you enjoy it. Maybe you love it. Maybe this is your #1 favorite tank in this game. Let me know in the comments down below, and I get you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like button is for that. Subscribe for more action, hit that bell button, and leave a comment. I get you next time with something else. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.